Hi everyone, it's Tess from teachwithtess.com. Today I have decided to share with you my new office. You may have seen another video I did a while back when I was teaching in my bedroom in a tiny space where I could see my bed while I was working and I could see my desk when I was in bed. It was an environment that was actually really quite hard to work in, and the desk was too small, the chair was a bit high. It ruined my back. My health really suffered, let's put it this way. And so I decided that I would try to find an environment in my house, which is not big, that would fit me as a new office space. And I was really lucky because we have a little room, which you're going to see in this video, that used to be a snug, but it was a complete waste of space because we actually have another living room area which wasn't used. And so I decided to completely change this room. And back a few months ago, I switched that snug into an office, and I'm going to show you in this video exactly what it now looks like and how functional and how it works for me. Now, first of all, that window you can see here, that is new. That wasn't here in the snug. So it was a really dark room. Now, the fact that I've got a window there and a window in front of me here means that this environment is so light and airy. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I can see my garden, which is my happy place. And so it works really well. So let me talk to you about the importance of a home office. So have you suddenly had to, as many thousands of us now have you suddenly had to leave an office space and work from home? Have you got an environment that you find difficult to work in, or is unpleasant because it's noisy, or you're uncomfortable? I think it's a problem that many of us have had recently. And so I've put together this to share with you my tricks and tips on making an environment that is really constructive, that makes me want to work, that I'm happy to be in even if I'm not working. And I'm going to share with you what is in the office, how I put it together, and hopefully it can inspire you a little bit to look around your own living space and see if there's something you can do to tweak it a bit. The things that I really found is that it's so important to have an office space where your mental health is protected, your physical health is protected, and your ability to work is protected. So I have worked on this quite a lot. I did a lot of research. I decided to go for a sit-down, stand-up desk because for me, my health was really important, and the fact that I had such terrible back pain, which led to hip pain and everything else pain because I was in a bad, unhealthy environment, because I was sat at a desk and, I was using equipment that really wasn't adapted. And so I invested in this because I believed that I will not be working in an office. So what are my top tips for creating a space that works for you? 1, protect, as I've already said, and I'm going to be quiet because you're going to be bored of this, protect your back and shoulders, and find, if possible, a way of standing up whenever you can. Before I had my office here, I started teaching using an ironing board and a box. And that absolutely saved the day because my back by this time, after 8 months of sitting in this terrible place, was absolutely shot to bits. So the ironing board and a box works really well. You can do exercises standing up regularly. I do hamstring flexors. I can do a few squats as I'm working or writing or teaching. I can run with my students, so I actually physically move while I'm teaching, which for me is really important. But even if you don't teach, you can do this standing up. You can do exercise while you're standing up and working. So have an environment where you can be as physically active as possible while sitting down. I think the other thing to do is to protect your eyes. Now, I am so lucky. I'm going to share with you my amazing new screen because my other half works for a big company and he has given me his old screen because he's just been given a new one. It's a gigantic, huge screen. I'll be leaving you the details, but it's curved down 32 inches, I think it is, which is going to make my life just so much easier, and it will rest my eyes. Beforehand I was working on a laptop, but my camera was up at eye level, so it was fine. It's a 15.6 laptop screen, it was fine, but now I've got this huge thing right in front of me. It's just going to revolutionize my working experience. So I would say, as far as screens are concerned, if you can put a proper screen in your office or environment where you work, I recommend it. Also, you can get filters, which I haven't done, but I think it could be something I'll consider doing, because I often find I have sore eyes if I've been working on my screen all day. The other thing, make sure that everything around you is efficient. This I really love, the fact that I have got all my bits and bobs, all my files just here. I have my my chest of drawers, my tower of drawers where I've got all my work stuff, all my props. Everything I need is in reach of where I work. So if I'm teaching and I need something, I can just go and grab it. That is so wonderful. Now, of course, again, as a teacher, you have specific needs and you do have quite a few things around you. But if you're not teaching, if you're just creating, or if you're just writing or doing reports or whatever it is that you do at home, it's still really nice to have a layout that makes you feel good and feels peaceful. And I think that for me is, I'm very sensitive to my environment personally. I don't like being somewhere that makes me feel stressed. So make your space a space that reflects you as well. Spend some time thinking about how you would decorate it. What do you want on your walls? What could you put in there that makes you feel happy? I have candles. I'm a real candle fan. I love having candles lit all the time. So I have candles, I have my animals, my props, I have flowers. This is holly that I cut off a bush when I was walking the other day. I have things around me that just make me things around me that make me feel happy and at peace and content. And I think for a home office, that's really important. I also have ways of space saving. So now on my desk, I have my computer, which is sitting vertically, my laptop, because it's running my new screen. So I have more space to put my put out folders and stuff when I'm working on YouTube or my own business. I wanted to invest more because, as I said earlier, I'm not going to be going back to an office anytime soon. So I went off and I found the stand-up, sit-down desk that I now have. But for those who are working for a smaller budget, you really don't need this sort of thing. To keep yourself fit and healthy, do some stretches. I do stretches on a regular basis. I try and walk. I take my eyes off the screen as often as I can to stretch my eye muscles. All of these things that make you feel healthier are worth doing, but they're not expensive. This is really important. I am not trying to sell how to make a wonderful office that's gonna cost you a fortune, because sure, you can make it cost a fortune. Mine cost some money because I decided to invest. But if you don't have the money, if you want to just work in a comfortable environment, get an ironing board, put a box on, get as big a screen as you can to protect your eyes, move as much as you can, and make the environment that you're in something that reflects you and makes you feel happy in that environment. I think for me that is my top tip of being happy working at home.